There's a reason most traders lose, and it has nothing to do with skill. It's because they're fighting an opponent they don't understand. They trade with no plan. They follow random price action. They stack lagging indicators on top of lagging indicators. And then they wonder why the market keeps running them over. Here's the fundamental disconnect. Most traders trade what they want, not what the market wants. They show up with expectations. I want to make $500 today. I want price to go up. I want this level to hold. But the market doesn't care. The market doesn't know who you are. It doesn't care about your hopes, your targets, or your bills. It has its own agenda, built by institutions, liquidity, and intent. Until a trader accepts this, they will lose. Not because the market is hard, but because they are trading a dream instead of reality. Most traders don't have a plan. They improvise. They buy because the candle turned green. They sell because it turned red. They size up because they're feeling confident, and they size down because they're scared. That is not a strategy. That is not discipline. That is not trading. It's emotional reaction. It's gambling with charts as the background. You can't step into the market every day with a let's see what happens attitude and expect consistent results. That's like getting into a boxing ring with a heavyweight champion and thinking you can wing it. You will get knocked out every single time. Lagging indicators give traders an illusion of safety. Indicators aren't the enemy. Misunderstanding them is. By the time an indicator tells you something, institutions already acted, they already positioned, they already moved on. Indicators show you what has happened, not what is about to happen. But most traders stare at them like crystal balls, waiting for some kind of permission to trade. You cannot drive a car forward by staring at the rearview mirror, yet millions of traders try to do exactly that every day. When a trader has no framework, everything looks like an opportunity, every pullback feels like a long, every wick feels like a reversal, every green candle looks like momentum. This is what happens when you trade randomness. Random trades produce random outcomes, and random outcomes create emotional chaos. And emotional chaos? That's how traders blow accounts. Not because the market is too difficult, but because the trader is too unstructured. Your target? Meaningless. Your stop? Meaningless. Your risk tolerance? Meaningless. To the market, none of that exists. The market does not bend to your needs. The market does not adjust to your goals. The market does not stretch just to hit your profit target. You are the one who must adapt. You must understand what the market is seeking. Liquidity, levels, imbalances. Once you do that, the chaos disappears. The fear disappears. The randomness disappears. Because now you're no longer fighting the market, you're following it. Successful trading is not about guessing. It's not about hope. It's not about prediction. It's about clarity, structure, intent. Once you understand what drives price, once you recognize the market's purpose, you are no longer reacting. You are anticipating. You are no longer chasing. You are positioning. You are no longer hoping. You are executing. That is where consistency begins. That is where confidence grows. That is where traders finally break free from the 95% who fail. At the end of the day, every trader has a choice: continue throwing darts at a board or learn what the market actually wants, because you cannot negotiate with the market. You cannot bargain with it. You cannot bend it to your will. You follow its lead or you get punished. You respect its intent or you get ignored. You understand its structure or you get erased. This industry is unforgiving. It rewards precision. It punishes randomness. But for the trader willing to stop guessing, willing to stop following noise, willing to finally trade with purpose and discipline, the edge becomes real, the path becomes clear, and success becomes possible. Omni-Edge isn't magic. It won't trade for you, but it gives you something almost no trader ever has: a repeatable, definable edge with institutional logic behind it. When you stop throwing darts and start following purpose, the randomness disappears, the fear disappears, the confusion disappears. Confidence isn't created by hope, it's created by clarity. So here's the choice. You can keep throwing darts at a board and calling it trading, or you can step into the field with a real advantage, with structure, with intent, with Omni-Edge. Because in this game, there are only two kinds of players: those who chase the market and those who understand it, those who guess and those who know. So ask yourself, are you going to keep trading like everyone else, or are you finally ready to trade like you belong here?